Hello! Today I wanted to share with you my basic everyday makeup look, which is this look, and I had maybe 1 or 2 comments asking for like a makeup routine video, so that's why I'm doing it. I also think it's so fun to watch people do their makeup. Today we're going to do this little look and I hope you enjoy. Let's get started with the base. So the base, I recently got this one. It's the Mary & May Tranexamic Acid Glutathione Serum. And this is actually a eye cream, but which I like about this is that it's like normal sized skincare stuff. And I think it's super nurturing as well because I have dry skin. So if I use eye cream all over my skin, I feel like it's just super nurturing. But sometimes I just use niacinamide by The Ordinary, but that I ran out of. Sometimes I also use this one. I just like to pop it a little bit, just apply it on my skin. So now my favorite part and my non-negotiable is a sunscreen. This is by Dr. G Green Mild Up Sun. This is my 2nd or 3rd pack. It is a mineral sunscreen. It's not a chemical sunscreen, and it's a great base as well. I feel like it just kind of brightens up your skin tone and also evens out your skin tone. And the last step of my skin base is a gua sha. Back in the days when I did like a lot of gua sha and I was so good, I've kind of been falling out of it, but I'm just going to show you the proper routine that I did. I would start with my chest, and this is like part of the base because for me skincare is like one layer, but the other layer is really face massages. I feel like it has really helped me shape my skin, my face. I had such chubby face when I was younger. Okay, and then we're gonna use our hands and we're going to just pinch our armpit. And we're gonna do it until we find like a sore spot because there's a lot of lymph around your armpit. It really helps you to drain. Anyway, so I do this and then I press these points next to the nose and just press it in. Oh, it hurts. Okay, and then after this, I go in with my gua sha. Then I just do the usual routine. And then also you want to do on your jaw, bring it down. Like also bring everything down. Then I do my forehead and my eyebrows. Okay, let's start with our base of makeup. I use 2 products and they're both by Maybelline. The Fit Me Concealer, and sometimes I use this purple color correcting concealer, but I just show it to you what it does. It kind of cancels out the yellow around my eyes. Again, I don't use this every day. What I use every day if I do my makeup is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, but if I want to look more extra bright and awake, this is the way to go. Then I use the Fit Me Concealer since I was a teenager. Maybe I could look for a new one, but I don't see why because it works. It works fine and it's very easy to get in a drugstore. Alright, this is my base. Moving on, I recently discovered this contour stick by Etude, and it's a cool shading contour, and I just like to do a little bit of contour around my nose and like this, and just pop it like this as well, and then just here and here. I also like to put it on the edge of my eye. This morning I thought it was a chapstick because it was next to my chapstick, and I put it on my lips and it was like, oh, it feels different. And I looked in the mirror and it was like gray on my lips, which was interesting. So I'm just blending it out with my finger. Now it's blended out. For blush, I use the Peripera blush it's in Milky Lavender. It's kind of like very runny, so you have to be careful. Just put a little bit on my cheek. I like to use the blush placement on my upper cheeks. I think it just suits my face shape the most because it just kind of makes everything look more into the center, which I really like. My blush is literally one of my favorite steps in makeup. As a second step for blush, I go in with the House of Her 04 blush stick, and this is a very cute pink blush. Pop it on my cheek. For me, this is like painting on my face, so I love it so much. I like to put it on my eye as well. Okay, so for the last step of the blush, I like to use the powder blush just to set everything. I just put a little bit on my little brush. I don't know if this makeup tutorial is working, but I hope it is helping somehow. Okay, so now we're gonna do our eyebrows, and as you can tell, I have non-existent eyebrows. It's because I bleached them. To fill them in, I use the Etude it's Peripera Skinny Brow in Milky Taupe, and I just like to fill in my eyebrows with it. And I like this color because it looks really light, and I just noticed that I prefer lighter eyebrows on me. I go in also with the brow mascara by the same brand, Peripera, in the color 06. So like this. And now I go in with my tattoo liner by Maybelline in black, and I just like to waterline my eyes, my upper eyes. So just do this, but then I draw a very thin line as well. So we're just gonna do that. Then you use your hand to kind of put the wing up, if that makes sense. So it kind of looks like this, and then you want to erase it. So it's like a little bit like this, just a very small wing. Anyway, I'm gonna repeat it on the other side. So just like this, with your hands. Alright, I think we're good. Back in the days, I love extending the inner eyes, like the corner of the inner eyes. So sometimes I do that, but not as much anymore. And then I go in with mascara. This is the CatriceGlam Doll Eye Wash Off Power Hold Mascara, and I just go in without even curling my eyelashes because I kind of like the look of the eyelashes when they're not curled. I know that's really weird, but I kind of just prefer the natural look. Okay, and then I like to use a bit of a dark brown eyeshadow. This one is a eyeshadow palette I got when I was also in my teenage years. I got so many of them. I got like a pack of 2 or 3, 4, actually 4, that I still haven't run out of them, and I feel too like they're still good, so why should I throw them? And I just like to put it again on the very edge of my eye to just elongate the eye a bit and make it look a bit more defined with some shadow. Okay, now we come to the fun part, which is highlighter, and I love using like a white eyeshadow. This is by a German drugstore brand. It's Alverde in the color All in One. And I just pop a lot of white, and then I pop it on the inner corner of my eyes, on both sides. I like to put it a lot on my inner eye corner as well. Kind of like the fairy look, so I just put it on my under eyes as well. So we're almost done with our makeup. Now my favorite part, or actually one of my favorite parts, is my lip routine. So I have 2 things that I love. My go-to is the Kiko marker in 111, but on days where I just want more of a nude, I use the Nude Truffle by NYX. So I love lips because I feel like they make such a big difference. So I just line my lip and slightly overline my Cupid's bow just to make my lip pop a bit more. So if I want to have like a more nude lip, this is what I do. And then as a gloss on top of this is the Lifter Gloss by Maybelline in Toast. And I just realized it's the same name as Rhodes Peptide Treatment. There's also one called Toast. I love this color so much. It's like a more cool tone brown. So this is my makeup. This is my natural everyday makeup. If I feel fancy, which I don't do a lot, I use some fake eyelashes. And I've been trying to get in a like habit to use fake eyelashes because I think they make such a big difference. And these ones are self-glued, so I love them so much. But it's so hard for me to get in the groove of like putting on eyelashes every day. I just think it takes a bit, even though it doesn't even take a lot of time now that they are self-glued, you know? Okay, so a little bit of that. I just think it just adds such a cute little detail. You just pop it on underneath your eyes, which I think is looking even more natural. This is it on with the eyelashes. And now let's go to scents. I want to share with you my favorite springtime scent. And actually it's not a springtime scent, it's just generally my favorite scent. It's Replica. It's Lazy Sunday Morning, so I love applying this. But I also love this one. It's by Zara. I got it again a couple years ago. It still has a little bit on, and I think this smells so... I use this when I want to feel a bit more playful and a bit more reminiscent of the past. And sometimes I use coconut skin as well. Oh, I think this smells so like sweet and playful and young. This smells like the Diddle coconut tree. So if I had to rate them, this is more for like a more grown-up and serious scent. This one is young and playful. This is almost like super young and super playful and very tropical. As for everyday scents, I would go for the Lazy Sunday Morning. So this was my little makeup routine. I use this when I go out or when I just do like my everyday makeup. Anyway, thank you for watching. I see you in the next video. Bye bye.